For nearly 10 years after the September 11 attacks, a massive intelligence vacuum hung over the global counterterrorism community. Agencies poured millions of dollars and countless hours into an exhaustive search, investigating thousands of distinct leads across the globe. Yet, despite this intense global mobilization, one specific man managed to slip through the dragnet: Osama bin Laden. This decade-long inability to locate him left a highly capable threat on the world stage and an enduring lack of closure for the public. The turning point finally came when the CIA identified a trusted courier deeply connected to the terror network. This satellite image reveals the result of tracking that single courier straight into a residential neighborhood in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Looking at the highlighted area, the sprawling architectural footprint of this compound and its massive scale clearly stood out from the tightly packed homes surrounding it. As this image shows, the physical security at ground level was even more severe. High, solid concrete walls, topped with barbed wire, completely shut out the local population. Analysts also cataloged highly unusual behaviors from the residents. The compound lacked any basic phone lines or internet connections, and the people inside systematically burned their trash rather than leaving it out for collection. By strictly avoiding modern communication and practicing extreme operational security, the residents created an observable pattern. These subtle, low-tech anomalies ultimately set the trap that pinpointed the location of the world's most wanted man. For months, the CIA kept a close watch on the Abbottabad location, recording every vehicle that approached and every visitor who entered the gates. But they faced a serious intelligence gap. Even with constant surveillance, analysts could not confirm with complete certainty that Osama bin Laden was actually inside the walls. This lack of definitive proof shifted a massive burden to U.S. President Barack Obama. He engaged in weeks of intense, high-level debate with his advisors before finally authorizing a covert military strike, Operation Neptune Spear. Approving a covert raid deep inside a sovereign, nuclear-armed nation based on circumstantial intelligence was a staggering political and military gamble. A failure could have meant heavy casualties and an international diplomatic crisis. On the night of May 1, 2011, the mission launched. Elite operators from the U.S. Navy's SEAL Team 6 crossed into Pakistani airspace in 2 unannounced helicopters, flying low to avoid radar detection. This photograph shows the aftermath of an immediate crisis. As they approached the compound, unexpected aerodynamic conditions caused one of the stealth helicopters to make a hard, uncontrolled landing, crashing directly into the perimeter wall. The operators immediately relied on their rigorous training. Brushing off the crash, the SEALs quickly secured the outside area and breached the main building, systematically clearing it room by room. Within minutes, they moved up the stairs to the highest floor of the complex. There, they located and eliminated the target. Working against a strictly limited timeline, the team then executed a highly valuable secondary objective. They swept the entire compound, collecting hard drives, computers, and paper documents for future analysis. Before making their exit, they rigged the crashed helicopter with explosives. They deliberately destroyed the airframe in order to prevent its classified aviation technology from falling into the wrong hands. The entire physical assault took roughly 40 minutes. 10 years of preparation and specialized training allowed the operators to execute a highly complex raid, recovering instantly from a mechanical failure in the opening seconds of the mission. Half a world away, President Obama and his senior officials monitored the unfolding raid in real time from the White House Situation Room. Shortly after the SEALs safely departed Pakistani airspace, the president stepped to a podium to deliver a formal address, confirming the operation's success to the public. The news instantly rippled across the country. Spontaneous crowds gathered outside the White House and in Times Square, expressing a deep sense of closure after years of national trauma. But as the immediate celebrations subsided, the raid sparked intense international debate regarding a state's right to act unilaterally on foreign soil. The operation forced governments to weigh the necessity of counterterrorism against strict diplomatic boundaries. It raised complicated questions about territorial sovereignty, the limits of international law, and the political fallout of a lethal military strike executed without a host country's permission. Despite the political friction it caused, Operation Neptune Spear stands as a masterful display of intelligence gathering and precise military execution. The ability to identify a target through subtle behavioral patterns and deliver a specialized force to act on it halfway across the globe remains a defining achievement in the campaign against terrorism.